What it do, y'all? It's a Rear Points of RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. Hey, peace, mother of all humanity. The energy is crazy right now, but y'all, right when I got on here, my buzzer hit me and shit. I had to tell him like I'm trying to speak to y'all real quick. You know what I mean? I know he didn't mean to, but what the energy is and shit for real, it's like it's a lot of crazy shit right now. You feel me? Um, Now I'm gonna tell y'all. Um, Shout out to everybody, positive energy, everybody way and whatnot. Now, y'all know I'm going to talk about it. Y'all know I'm going to talk about it. Y'all know I am. You feel me? I'm not even going to front. You know I'm going to talk about it. Now, I'm not going to go deep in detail about it, but I'm going to just say this. Um, First off, shout out my Brit. I love you, Brit. You feel me? I hope your day going good and all of that. I hope your mom Gucci. I hope your sister Gucci and all of that. And I hope you controlling that passion. You feel me? Lord Scorpion. I hope you controlling that passion. Now, about all of this that just happened yesterday on the college campus, right? With the human being, with the complex cell organism. I'm gonna just say this. First off, y'all know what he was speaking about, right? Now, remember me telling y'all they gonna be fighting with themselves more and more as we go forward. People are the same genetic makeup, right? And remember, I told y'all that they already turned their backs on them that live amongst us. But most of the inorganic people that's not of my genetic makeup that I see on a regular basis, they don't understand that. So they don't know how they species already turned their backs on them. I'm saying this to say that it's a different protection. I'm not saying that nothing can't happen to your organic being, but it's a different protection on organic people, son, children, about speaking the truth and knowing what they're living in than it is of the genetic makeup or people in cahoots right hand with that genetic makeup in their toxic ways, bringing and projecting all of that genocide on this planet that we live in today, right? You got to realize this. This is not a game, you know? So when it's like inorganic people that are speaking on certain things, you know what I'm saying? Like you could be taken out in a certain type of way. You feel me? You're not gonna have the same protection with you as a neuromelanated being. The reason why this is like this because of the everybody living off the psychological and physical genocide of us, whether they're aware of it or not, just due to what we deem as regular reality. You know, most people are just doing what they've always known, what they've been born into. They're not trying to go to work to live off of anyone or feel like that. So even if they was to find out that, it's a hard pill to swallow, right? This is reality, but you know, I'm sorry that happened to that dude, that happened to that human being, that complex cell organism, but it's a reality. You know what I'm saying? He spoke on stuff. Y'all know that the complex cell organism or the entities associated with them, y'all know, like they'll attack anybody that speaks on their shit for real. But if you speaking on it, you better be organic. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I mean? I speak on their shit all the time. I really give a fuck, you know? And I know there's a different protection with me, but I know that something could still happen to me too, you know? I'm not so in my head thinking that I'm untouchable or some shit, you feel me? Even with my stance, but you know what I mean? Yeah, just flat out, if you're a human being and you're trying to speak on real situations, like you know what your species has done, even if you're gonna attack, that might not be the best way to attack, like in public in that way, like that, where you already, you got to realize. I'm not trying to say this the wrong way, but you just got to realize, no matter how much you try to bring righteousness to your species, with anyone with animal DNA, you know what I mean? Everyone got free will. You can do what you want to do, but you can't change your genetic makeup. You can't change what makes you up anatomically. You up as an organism. You are what you are at the end of the day. Now, it's a group of people that's the sun children, that's neuromelanated, that convert sunlight into chemical energy, and then everybody else came here off of genetic splicing. Y'all was an experiment. Whether y'all, I know y'all don't. I've been telling y'all this for the longest time, that y'all have gene sequences of different animals that make y'all up as an organism. Y'all was literally created, like, and y'all was the test for us. You know what I mean? For us to be the best species we can be. I know it sounds crazy and shit, but put it like this: if you're seeing this or hearing this for the first time, you're gonna hear more of this shit going forward, because the sun is separating us right now. You know, and that's why these entities are going crazy, and these people are flipping out. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of people are feeling the antsiness because of the energy that's in the planet, and it being revealed who's who. And I'm not the only one talking about it. Like, you know what I mean? Everyone's starting to talk about that now. Like, here, like genetics, here's DNA, you know? What makes you up? Do you share DNA with different animals, or are you organic? You know, do you have a biological connection to your planet or not? These are all questions going forward, you know? And it's not from my thing is, I'm just happy that it's being forced out, y'all, because just like the level of like people like thinking it's like racism, like anybody that talks about it, or anybody that I don't want to say educated enough, but I'm gonna say that can comprehend enough, or even do their own personal research, which is up to you, right? You can do that or not. But just like anything else that you would learn, just because you're not aware of it or you don't want to learn it, however it's being presented to you, that doesn't mean that it's not the truth. You get what I'm saying? Like, and this is one of them things that's like that just happens to be because of how bad it's been going on. This ain't really about right now, besides the fact that it got this bad. Everything that's going on right now is off the fact of how we're living in and how this shit caught up. You know what I'm saying? Caught up to everybody. You know? The only reason why what you deem as reality, what you're doing today, going to work, going to school, you're looking at this as regular reality, and it's because like how long that it's been going on, and it's all you've ever known since you've so-called been alive. That's all you know of, so you think that it's the truth, and you're not questioning it. You get what I'm saying? But this isn't it though. You feel me? That's why it's shutting down. That's why all this is happening. You know? And just because you're living in a genocidal way and not questioning something for so long, that doesn't mean over time that becomes the justification of it not even being questioned with all the destruction that it's causing everybody. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's insane, you know? Like, a lot of people can't fathom what it is because it hurts too bad to know what we've been living and how we've been living. It's been directed at a certain group of people. You feel me? But this is the reality, y'all. Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole telling y'all this, you know, speaking to y'all about this. I don't even be wanting to talk about this shit. Me as a neuromelanated being, I'm embarrassed of my species. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You know, I know most of the people around me, they have no understanding of genetics. So it's like, I don't get offended or anything like that, y'all. But it's like, it's just crazy because I almost wish that I could have spoke. And this is why, like, I feel like I need to be more necessary with stuff, because I feel like I could have spoke. Like, I could have spoke to maybe him, and maybe, you know, told him like, yeah, you know, what you're saying is some real shit, but let me let you already know your species already turned their backs on you. That's why you live amongst me, and I could talk to you, and you think you're me, and I think I'm you, right? Some of these beings that you're speaking of, they not even of your genetic makeup, even though they in connection and cahoots with people of your genetic makeup. I don't know if you want to say some of them names out here on this type of level like this, with you already being a part of that species. You already fated sealed right now. Like, that's not a good stance to take right now. If you was organic, maybe, but you being the complex cell organism, you being eukaryotic cell, I don't know if you should jump out there like that. You know, it's bold, but you got to remember your species already turned their backs on you. They already don't fuck with you. You get what I'm saying? So that's not a good, you know what I mean, stance to take. So, you know, blessings to that human being, you know. But it's real shit. This shit coming down to genetics, y'all, and it's not gonna get any better. While this genocidal system is up, it's just gonna get worse. More people gonna die. You're gonna see more shit. I told you, it's like the Truman Show, the next episode. You feel me? As this shit shuts down, and this shit's beautiful. But blessings to that man, you know what I mean, and his family, anybody that cares about him. I wish he knew about genetics and knew who he was, and wasn't bold enough to speak about that. You get what I'm saying? But shout out to him though, because he has a lot more respect than the average human beings out here. That's just nervous, you know what I mean? And really trying to hide it, you know what I mean? Trying to make themselves comfortable because they know that it's something that happened and that they can't change. You know, all of us that speak in truth, we gonna keep speaking it regardless. We so past anybody that can't see what's going on right now. That's like telling black people right now from a collective standpoint that we got animal DNA. We don't need your validation. We know we don't have animal DNA. We know who we are. You get what I'm saying? We not asking questions no more. So it's like, this shit is real, you know what I mean? And we don't give a fuck about this shit too. Like, y'all better hope that we don't get violent, because the younger generation is different. I'm a little bit older. I'm a more mature, but I can't say that about the next 21-year-old that finds out what he's living in and everybody living off the genocide of his species. You know what I mean? I don't know. I hope not though, but I know violence ain't the way. You know, I know we're not a violent species. Never been. This is facts, you know. That's why I speak so boldly, because I read a lot and I have my history correct. So it's like I know the numbers, the dates, shit occurred, and all of that shit. I know too much, you know. So it's different with me, but just everybody stay positive, keep your head up, you know, speak on truth regardless of your genetic makeup, stand for children, balance your energy. You know, that's all I gotta tell y'all. You get what I'm saying? But definitely know, if you're inorganic and you're gonna speak on stuff, or some of these names, some of these entities or whatever, this is what I tell you to do. If you're gonna do that and you're inorganic, take more initiative. You hear me? Definitely take more initiative to just how you're gonna go about doing it. You know, because I'm not saying don't go about doing it. I mean, for real. You know, it's sad that that happened to him, but I'm gonna just say it like this. And I'm not saying everybody crash out like that, but I'm saying it's stuff that you can't change. And if more inorganic people did speak out like him, and say hypothetically speaking, if they started doing that to every inorganic person that was speaking out or making those attempts, however so, about people speaking out on the truth, you get what I'm saying? So be it. But that'll bring more attention to what's already happening. That's inevitable regardless, because it's already inorganic people now that's speaking on the stuff, and y'all already know what happens when it's an inorganic person that calls their species out. Their species tries to play reverse psychology. They shun them out. You know what I'm saying? They'll do their own kind worse than they'll do me for speaking about truth. You get what I'm saying? Off of their own species, not hiding it. You know what I'm saying? If they're like on it to tell really what's what. So it's like, you know, y'all do gotta be careful with your own species. You know, I'm not going front. You know. And I know, you know, that's the part that makes me sad, because I really got a heart, and I be looking at it from a standpoint like, damn, what if there's a complex cell organism out here that can understand all of this shit even before or after hearing me say what I'm saying, right? And it's like they want to stand up for it, and they want to bring attention, and they have ways, right? But they know what's going to come with that from their own species, because of how violent and barbaric and primitive their own species is. That's why the shit is fucked up, y'all. Like it is. It's really fucked up. You know, like most of the people that be mocking me or trying to like make me seem like I'm racist, or in some way spite me or make me question myself or gaslight me, or for me to stop speaking about what I'm speaking about, right? You know what I mean? I know a lot of people are in fear, and I really, I'm not gonna say I pray for y'all, but like, you know what I mean? I just hope, as y'all, whatever side you're on, as we're getting closer and closer by the day, y'all find y'all sanity more and calmness around this whole storm of all of these lies that's been told, than hating yourself, regardless of whatever side you're on in your genetic makeup, or anybody of any genetic makeup that's speaking truth. You know what I'm saying? Really, from my soul, from my heart. Like, I'm really serious, y'all, because it's like, I just see how everything is affecting people more, that like I can instantly tell how a person reacts if I can tell everyone's feeling anticipation, right? But I can tell the difference from people that are feeling the anticipation and have more of awareness, even if you're using their common sense, even if they don't know nothing about genetics, than a person that's just scared and feared. So they're just projecting on the people that might be a little bit more aware than they are about what's going on. You get what I'm saying? To make themselves feel comfortable. Like, you're seeing this happen like more and more daily. So like, man, y'all, like I say, protect y'all energy, stay positive. Both genetic makeup, you know, make sure you eating healthy, you know, and that's pretty much it. You know, I'm gonna tap in with y'all. You know, I handle what I needed to handle yesterday and whatnot. I'm staying focused. You know what I'm saying? I might get this John. I got Huey and Riley on me. You know what I'm saying? Got the Huey and Riley on my ass. So I'm about to I'm probably about to get that just shaded in. And I'm thinking if I'm gonna get I might get Stink Meaner on me, because he was funny as hell. Now I'm gonna get what's the karate dude with the fro. I might get him and a pimp named Slickback on me. Nah, I ain't gonna get them. I mean, I'm just gonna keep hearing Riley, and I'm gonna put like certain stuff like attitude or whatever into like something else. But I'm probably not gonna get no more people, because I really just fuck with Huey and Riley anyway. So yeah, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. It'd be a lot of good lives. Like I had the most craziest live that I had to give y'all yesterday, but my phone died. I'm gonna be honest. Like it was official. It was official tissue. You feel me? But yeah. Shout out Brit. You feel me? I'm getting stuff in order and shit. You feel me? That's the love of my life right there. I'm not gonna front. I never thought that I would fall in love with a Scorpio as an Aquarius, but I don't even know. I don't even know. Like when my eyes link with that girl, like I don't even know. It just be something else. But I can't jump out there how I really want to jump out there with what I got going on until I get certain stuff in order. And then you feel me? I'm jumping out there all the way. And I know if you watch this, I know you know I'm jumping out there with you. Like I'm jumping out there because yeah, you feel me? Um, that's what I'm on. That's all I gotta say. So shout out everybody. Hope everybody is good. Stay positive. Lord, rear points for RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. All my neuromelanated beings and you melanated beings, make sure y'all getting that sun. You get what I'm saying? But it really don't matter because ionized particles in the air, you can't run from the air. So I'm just saying to get the utmost of the positive effects that's on the better end. Like, you get what I'm saying? That along with you reading and eating healthy, right? Like all levels, you put in certain stuff that you should in your body, that's gonna help your anatomy change faster for the better too. You know what I'm saying? Because certain stuff is already happening, but that'll help it speed up. So, yeah, that's y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, and I'm gonna tap in with y'all in a little bit. It's the Lord Rear Points for RoBs Inferno. Shout out to all my guys and goddesses and all high vibrational human beings, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day for real. I'm gonna tap in with y'all. Tap in.